Hello and welcome to another edition of National Focus. I'm your presenter, Tarnia Green. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. Topping the headlines, government order a midday closure of work activities as the island prepared for the effects of Tropical Storm Chantal on Tuesday. And the Ministry of Sports hosts 21st Annual Sports Awards ceremony. Join me for the details of these and other stories when we come back.
Scary! Everything just shaking and making big creaky noises.
Earthquakes, big and small, take place in the Caribbean at least 10 times a year.
The dishes rattling and falling and breaking, then Vonnie started to scream.
All I could think to do was shout, "Get outside, get out!"
Earthquakes, hazards, take control, reduce your loss. If an earthquake hits, what can you do? Get down, get under an item of furniture like a table. Hold on and stay there until the quake passes. Find out lots more about earthquakes and other hazards at your local disaster office. A message from your National Disaster Office and Sidera.
The facts as they are, brought to you every day. Only on GIS Channel 7.
Welcome back. Time now for the details of the news. The fast-moving tropical storm Chantal raced towards the small islands of the Lesser Antilles on Tuesday, with residents in Dominica preparing for the effects of the storm. The government took no chances earlier in the day, ordering a midday closure of all government offices and private businesses. The Office of Disaster Management warned that parts of the island could potentially be affected by landslides and flooding. In a radio announcement Tuesday morning, Minister for National Security, Honorable Charles Savren, urged people to remain home until the tropical storm had passed. Up until news time, a tropical storm warning was in effect for St. Lucia, Barbados, Martinique, Guadeloupe, Puerto Rico, and the southern coast of the Dominican Republic, extending to the border of Haiti. Tropical storm Chantal is expected to come into contact with Haiti and the Dominican Republic on Wednesday, July 10, and may make a pass over Cuba before heading toward Florida. U.S. forecasters expect that wind shear and interaction with the mountains of Hispaniola and Cuba will cause Chantal to start weakening in about 3 days, and it is expected to be a tropical depression on Friday while over the Bahamas. Meanwhile, a technical committee of the National Emergency Planning Organization, NEPO, met on Monday afternoon to assess plans with regards to Tropical Storm Chantal. The meeting was attended by government officials, private agencies, and non-governmental organizations. Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit also attended the meeting, which was chaired by Chairman of NEPO, Honorable Charles Savren. In light of Tropical Storm Chantal, GIS News understands that the Ministry of Public Works had mobilized its technical and support staff and has deployed equipment in strategic locations on the island in anticipation of any eventuality. Meanwhile, the utility companies, DOWASCO and DOMLEC, informed Monday's meeting that they had in fact put in place contingency plans and procedures should the situation demand that they respond to any emergencies. The Ministry of Health and the Dominica Red Cross informed the meeting that it had put all plans in place for dealing with emergencies and, as a precautionary measure, had cancelled a number of outdoor clinics on Tuesday. In more news, officials of the Pan American Health Organization met in Dominica on Monday to discuss the organization's strategic plan for 2014 to 2019. The national consultation was hosted at the Fortune Hotel, and top on the agenda was the biennial work plan and a program budget.
We are here at this time to look at the next strategic plan for health for the years 2014 to 2019. At the same time, we're looking at the biennial work plan of 2014 and 2015. Now, together with that, we will be doing a special exercise where we will be looking at prioritization and stratification within the strategic plan of 2014 to 2019.
The officials also discussed priorities of PAJO's strategic plan.
This is a new strategic plan that will come into effect in January. It has not been completely finalised yet. It will be finalised at Directing Council at the end of September, beginning of October this year. And as part of the process, they have a list of 24 technical priorities. All of those will remain priorities, and so the exercise this morning is looking a bit at how we prioritize within those for work.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Helen Roye, says Dominica continues to receive tangible assistance from PAJO.
Dominica has experienced remarkable achievements in several health initiatives to include immunization, maternal and child health, adolescent health, and has benefited from both financial and technical cooperation and support for planned health programs. Example, training for several priority areas, and this workshop further attests to PAJO's commitment to enhancing healthcare systems and to involve us as key stakeholders in this planning process.
The first ever Heritage Festival will be hosted this year in Eggleston. The festival is held in collaboration with the Cultural Division as part of Emancipation celebrations. The three-day event will include exhibitions, sports, vending booths, and entertainment. All activities are expected to promote the island's traditional art form and lifestyle.
With the support of the Division of Culture, of course we'll have agriculture, local government, the youth division, the drug education unit. We are tapping all the government departments that we can. Our parliamentary representative and our constituency manager, our village council, the flower growers group of Jordel and Eggleston, all our other community groups and churches. We are on with the Eggleston Heritage Festival. Some people ask, is it Heritage Day? We said no, Heritage Day will be in October. But what we feel is that when people come down on holiday, or even we have a lot of French students, a lot of French groups coming down, we do not have much of our traditional, of our culture, that aspect to show. So we feel during that month, and you will hear it's not just the 3 days from the 3rd to the 5th of August, it's for the entire month. We are having activities that will help people feel the spirit of our culture.
Alexander, who was addressing the media launch of the Emancipation celebrations on Monday, gave details of some of the activities planned for the August 3rd to 5th event.
We will have a traditional show and tell kind of activity where you can see how maybe to make a quarter or how to make sancoch or, anything like that related to our heritage. Of course, we'll have, for those of you who are wondering, we will have lots of flower plants on sale and, whatever you need in the line of flowers, because that too is a big part of our heritage. On August Monday morning, we know there's a dance at the Cove, a big oldie-goldie dance. We're going to link up with them, plus the Lapo Cabwit from Newton, because they too, we are closely knit with them. We want everybody to come up to meet us on August Monday morning for traditional Juve street jam. That's after big dance we would have ourselves, and we will have Creole breakfast. For those of you who don't know too, lots of the people who sell the fashion and black pudding and whatever at the market on Sunday mornings, they are from Jordel.
Meantime, the Nature Island Literary Festival and Book Fair will once again form part of this year's Emancipation celebrations. The festival will be held from Friday, August 9 to the 11th at the UE Open Campus.
The first day we have our opening ceremony, which is on a Friday evening, and then all day Saturday morning we have workshops and training sessions. In the afternoon we start off with the younger readers like schools, choral groups, and it's a special appeal to the schools to participate and to the teachers to participate, because we've been concerned about the small numbers of teachers who attend the literary festival and small numbers of schools. We know it's during this holiday period, but we'd like to encourage young people from schools, in schools, and teachers to attend, because there's so much to learn. Every year we bring in approximately 8 to 10 internationally known writers internationally known writers, people who give up their time, people who in fact normally charge a lot of money to appear at a festival.
In more news, the Division of Culture, in collaboration with the French Embassy in St. Lucia and the Alliance Française de la Dominique, is now hosting a training program in accordion playing. Chief Cultural Officer Raymond Lawrence explains that the training is targeted at beginners and those with limited experience.
The workshop will run from today until this coming Friday, July 12th, at the Old Mill Cultural Center. The training program is being conducted by Marcel Filet and his daughter Ivy Cherasco from Martinique. We're very pleased to be staging this training program in Dominica for our musicians, and hopefully it will encourage and help to build a larger cadre of accordion players in Dominica.
The Division of Culture has announced the names of Dominica's contestants for the 2013 CARICOM Song Contest. Each CARICOM country was invited to submit 6 songs to the CARICOM Song Contest. The finals will be judged at the CARICOM Secretariat in Guyana. Dominica received 34 entries for the regional competition.
Celebrating CARICOM by Michael Henderson. We Are CARICOM by Carleen Xavier. We Are One by Joyce Stout. Song CARICOM, sung by Tasha Peltier or Tasha P, and composed by Ian Jackson. Together as One, sung by Derek the Hunter St. Rose. And One CARICOM, sung by Philip Horsford and composed by Ian Jackson.
The overall CARICOM winner will receive $10,000 and the second prize winner will receive $5,000. And that's the English segment of the news. Stay tuned for the tip of the day.
Scary. Everything just shaking and making big creaky noises.
Earthquakes, big and small, take place in the Caribbean at least 10 times a year.
The dishes rattling and falling and breaking. Then Vonnie started to scream.
All I could think to do was shout, "Get outside, get out!"
Earthquakes, hazards, take control, reduce your loss. If an earthquake hits, what can you do? Get down, get under an item of furniture like a table. Hold on and stay there until the quake passes. Find out lots more about earthquakes and other hazards at your local disaster office. A message from your National Disaster Office and SEDERA.
Today we'll continue to remind you about what you should do when a tropical storm has been issued. You are advised to leave low-lying areas, protect windows with plywood board or storm shutters, secure outside objects, make sure you have plenty of fuel and water, have several days' supply of food and water for each family member. If you're called to evacuate, do so immediately. Extreme caution should be exercised in areas prone to flooding, landslides, and falling rocks. Residents should continue to monitor the progress of Tropical Storm Chantal and take all necessary precautions to protect life and property as Tropical Storm Chantal passes. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and your comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm, or you can visit our website at news.gov.dm. Friend us on our Facebook page and be sure to like our GIS Dominica fan page. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire news production team, I'm your presenter, Tarnia Green. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to be safe.